Hello! I'm doing something a little bit different today. So, I started to change things up because, one, I have so many games, but so many things I want to play. Two, even though I mostly play Arkham, which is still going on, I just recorded, well, I halfway recorded, then it died halfway through. The Dunwich, Return to Dunwich, uh, the second one, scenario 2, the house always wins. Unfortunately, I didn't do well anyway, so we're gonna restart that. But after that, it's like, okay, let's do something else because I was planning on doing this anyway. And what I'm planning on doing is like, okay, I play half of a campaign because usually I just go through the whole campaign, I upload it. Now I'm going to actually do it in sections instead. A couple of reasons. One, I always play Arkham Horror. There's no way I'm not. I may be on a little hiatus, but will always go back to it because I love that game. Two, this is Middara. Now, I've got this a while back, and I haven't played it yet. But this game is huge in a way that this is basically a Japanese RPG, which is like, that's perfect. See this thing? This is the storybook. Goes the whole adventure. Sure, there's there's crawl mode with single sessions, but the adventure book is where it's at, baby. Because, holy crap. Basically, you win, you lose, you make decisions. It's literally just one giant role-playing game in a giant book. There's 500 pages, almost, right in here. So, there's no way I'm going to finish it and upload it all at once. I may not even have the hard drive space to even keep it on my hard drive. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to play a couple adventures on here, and then I might go back to the Dunwich Legacy, or I may go play Bloodborne and play a couple games of that. Then I'll come back to Middara. And then I might go back and play one-offs, maybe like Legendary Aliens, maybe X-Men Insurrection, and a couple others. Who knows? But this way I get more into it other than feeling that obligated to start it. So, what am I doing here? I'm basically opening this up for the first time. Well, second time really. A lot of these I went ahead and punched everything out. All these tokens and whatnot. And I like to always like put them in these things. So I did this a while back. But yeah, then it's like, then I want a sleeve. I have so many cards to sleeve. I don't know if it's even possible. I'm not even sure if these are even the same size. I think these are American Standard playing card size. And that's the case, that's definitely not. Then I have all these smaller ones too. So I originally was gonna do that, but I was like, this is too much. This is way too much. So for now, I'm not gonna sleeve them. So what I'm going to do here is learn how to play, and then set it up for hopefully the first scenario. So I went ahead and downloaded all this anime music mostly from Japanese RPG games I absolutely love. So I have a couple of them here. I have like from boat, if you're on a boat, a port, a castle, or holy place, a city, a town. You're flying. There's battle. There's a boss. There's land, forest, sea, evil, castle, haunted, what and whatnot. So let's just kind of go to town music. And yeah, some of them you can't tell because it's all in Japanese. I think this one was from Arno Surge or Artolinko, one of those games. I can't remember which one. Anyway, so we're going to be playing adventure mode. So we're going to learn this together in an odd sense. Players start on page 1 of the adventure book, which is this. Important players do not read unless specific. Let's said to do so. This is page 1. This is page 2. That doesn't make sense. A big book. Yeah, it is. Alright. Scenes. Scenes are sections of the narrative that are read by the players between encounters. Every new adventure starts with a scene. The scene gives context to the characters and the world the players are experiencing, as well as detailing the story of the adventurers. Players will read the scenes aloud to all players be able to experience what is happening in the adventure. Let's turn this down just a little bit. So there's also, since there's a lot of speaking, and we all know we don't want Derek to speak. No, shut the hell up. Don't worry, that's fine. Do the there is an app on here which you get for free. Not well, you don't get the app for free. The app is free, but where is it? It's under board games, called Foreteller. I haven't opened this up in a while back, but basically this is an app for your adventures where it's all already spoken, so they actually have kind of like an audiobook. So this is for games. I have a couple of them. Some of them you have to buy, but for Middara you don't. So right here, there's like 22 hours and 39 minutes worth of talking and whatnot. And sometimes there's like 16 minutes, maybe 2 minutes, 1 minute. And like chapter 1 is 2 hours and 32 minutes. Oh, so it goes up into chapters. And it's 5 chapters. Okay, well but basically, yeah, we're gonna do that. So let's just test one out real quick. It's a random one.
The second night. Tonight they had chosen a much smaller chamber off of what they took from.
So yeah, that's basically what we're gonna do. It sounds pretty good, actually. All right. Adventure mechanics. Occasionally, while reading through a scene, a player will be asked to perform various tasks. These are called adventure mechanics. These can be skill checks, gaining new party members, adding story flags to the adventure sheet, or instructing player to continue the next scene or encounter. And the adventure sheets are right down here. These are basically like little logs. You get a few of them. So we're definitely going to use one. We have flag. We have achievements, unlock item upgrades, and I guess we put names, page we are, and notes. I'm not sure if we're going to need more notes than that, but yeah. I didn't even show the miniatures yet. They're all nice looking. Some of them are just like standees, but you can buy the miniatures, but even the standees look pretty good because it's all animation. It's like, I like this artwork. Kind of edgy, but I like it. Blah, blah, blah. In short, adventure mechanics are special rules that players must perform when instructed to. Adventure mechanics are always listed in a box so players can easily identify them. Player must fish to perform a listed adventure before proceeding. Winning and losing. Players win the encounter when they reach a win condition. All win conditions will be listed in the encounter setup of each encounter. If the players ever lose an encounter, they will read the hidden text under the lose condition of the encounter setup. This hidden text will instruct players how to proceed. This usually happens when all party members are defeated. Players still keep all the rewards they have gained during the encounter, such as golden items, see and condition rewards paperwork. Alright. Adventure mode is not limited to be played in a single session. Not intended. I'm pretty sure you can't. It is intended to be played in a 1 to 4 hour sessions over a long period of time. 4 hours, huh? Oh boy. Oh, there's our baby boy. I will be right back. Alright, sorry about that. Currently he's back into teething again, so that's why he's waking up. Alright, so, where were we? Blah, blah, blah. When stopping between encounters, players must keep track of many variables. Players are required to use the adventure sheet to keep track of these variables, I just showed. Blah, blah, blah. You can download a printable copy. Sweet. Intended to keep track of all information. This good spot. Name and adventure, the amount of gold, XP the party currently has. The flags, achievements, the slots for information for each adventurer. Coordinates adventure at a later date. Updating the player sheet at the very end of the gaming session is recommended. In addition to the adventure sheet, separate adventure tuck bags are included in the game, which are these. Player will be able to store adventure cards, discipline, and their disciplines they currently have in one easy-to-use bag. Your tuck bags use supplements. There's not space to record this information. There's also a general party tuck bag, referred to the game as the party stash, for items not equipped by any adventurer in the party. Adventure mode party has access to an entirety party, not just an individual adventurer. At the beginning of most adventures, players will have just enough adventures to play the minimum amount of supporting characters, usually 4. However, as the adventure progresses, new adventures may join, while others may end up leaving. So that's always cool. Whenever the players are instructed, they must choose 4 adventurers from the party from the active group to form the active group. Now, I know there's variables to hey, if you want to play one character or two or three characters, there's a variance online to allow you to do that. But I kind of don't want to do that for a special reason, because in this game, when you have your set characters, but you can give them basically whatever class you want. If you want the big guy, buff guy as a healer, you can make him a healer. If you want to make the little girl with the scythe, I think she has a scythe in it though. You can make her a big, heavy weapons woman. Up to you. So, yeah. Active groups of adventures usually active in encounters. The active group can only change and when instructed via adventure mechanics or special encounter rules, most often the story rounds. See story rounds, page 13. Players may only exchange items between adventures during story rounds, or when specifically instructed to do so. Otherwise, adventurers may only trade items by making a re-equip action during the encounter. An adventurer may leave the party under various circumstances, including death. When an adventurer leaves the party under any circumstances, will specify what to do with the items and the disciplines they have. Occasionally, a party member will become unselectable via adventure mechanics or special encounter rules. This usually specifies no longer narratively present, but has not left the party. They cannot be chosen as part of the active group, may never trade items and the other players. However, when receiving rewards, the unselected may still count as a party member and receive all rewards that each member gains. So even if they're not in our party currently, they still gain rewards. Mark the unselectable box in the adventure. If it ever becomes selectable, erase the mark. So we can't use a pen for that. We have to use a pencil. Injuries. Fails skill check, made a poor decision. It's injured, mark injured on the adventure sheet. Yep, unselectable and injured. Gets into the rest of the narrative. Remains injured until an adventure mechanic dictates otherwise. This looks like a blah blah. Name of the scene narrative, adventure mechanics. Yeah. As the adventure progresses, adventure mechanics will occasionally ask you to mark flags on the adventure sheet. Blah blah blah. Meaningful events that happen to the adventure that can change the course of the game. Players mark it under the flag section. Mark new story flag. So that's just making a mark. It doesn't look like we can unmark it though. So, but just in case, let's use the we'll use the pencils, and I'm gonna need a drink. Ugh. Story rounds, blah blah blah. 3 phases. Story rounds consists of 3 phases. Shop and train. We'll create a store and spend the acquired gold to buy items and item upgrades. Spend ice XP to learn new disciplines. Sell items. Once adventurers spend all the gold and XP they wish to spend and proceed to the next phase, building a store. That's cool. During this phase, the players may select a list of side optional quests. This is Explore side quest. These side quests can be only attempted once when completed. The side quests will return players back to the story round, allowing them to go through all the phases once again. If they choose not to decide, they proceed to the next phase. Note, a bounty is a special type of side quest that can be attempted once in each named story they appear in. See bounties on page 13. We're on 13. Some adventure mechanics give rewards as gold, XP, new items, and abilities. Story disciplines and story items are cards that can only acquire through the adventure mechanic or special encounter rules. All these cards are found in the hidden card deck at the beginning of the adventure. These cards should not be revealed until specifically instructed to do so. Story disciplines are identified with the word story. Blah blah. Story can never be sold and may never be purchased with XP. Each adventure will contain multiple endings. An ending is a special scene that ends the current adventure. Most ending scenes will result in a game over. When this occurs, players must simply try again, or if they rather, start the adventure from the beginning. Building a store. Store is a group of item cards the adventurer are able to purchase during the shop and train. The store contains the following items. All mundane and common items. All upgrade players have unlocked. 1 random common unique item, limit 1. Unique items are not redrawn and will remain in the store. Unique items are not redrawn and will remain in store throughout the entirety of any given story round. No other unique item will be able to purchase until the next story round. Even if the party decides to purchase the item, this item will not be available during an encounter when drawing a random unique item from the same tier. Okay, I gotta have to read that again when that's relevant. Unique items will only be acquired when you are specifically instructed to do so. Anytime an adventure mechanics decide to gain, draw, or purchase an item of specific rarity or type, you have access to every non-unique card of these berries. So it's asking, look for this, it can't be a unique card. Special bounty side quests, a bounty set encounter card, set of encounters that being attempted during the explore phase, which is right here, before we venture first. Only one bounty may be attempted during each story round, meaning if you own more than one bounty, you still can't attempt more than one story round. Blah blah blah. Each bounty has a difficulty rating. Story will specifically the bounty that can be attempted based on its difficulty rating. There's easy, intermittent bounty, hard bounty, or special bounty, depending on skulls. Once a bounty has been completed, adventurers may never attempt it again during that adventure. If an bounty is lost, players may try to complete again during the next. So even if we lose, we can try it again. Do keep the rewards from a failed bounty. Okay. When playing up Crawler Adventure Blow, we're instructed to set up. Prepare a phase. Each adventurer removes their used tokens from their per encounter abilities. Okay. Each investigator removes their used tokens from their per encounter ability. All defeated adventurers and ambushes with more damage tokens than half their max HP removes the damage token, so they have damage equal to their max HP. All effect. What? What? Why am I remove something when I'm trying to set something up? Alright. Counter breakdown. Reading the encounters. Encounters. Alright. Well, what is that? Alright. So. Yep. Let's read the adventure book. What the heck? What? Okay. That's the storyteller thing. I don't know why it just suddenly did that. Alright. Thanks for purchasing. We'll guide you through the story encounters you'll experience. However, we recommend using the Fortune Teller app to augment the use of this book, which I will. It's you'll be able to enjoy Act 1 completely voiced over for free. If you need eventual, you can purchase the book intended to read in a linear fashion starting up front using the book. To use this book, the player will need to use the provided red revealer. Let's go ahead and get that thing out. Let's see, there it is. So, that's this baby right here. So I can actually read. This tool is only to reveal hidden text covered in red blocks. This text is only read if the players are directed to read it. Hidden text is also read whenever a totem or loot token is activated. Below is an example of hidden text to be read when activating a blue loot token. Gaining 2 random consumables. Alright. In the above, adventurer would read the hidden text when they activate the blue loot token. It's important possible that information may be hidden beneath the tokens you have yet to find. That may be not appear, depending on your choices during an encounter. If an encounter replaces a token that's not on board, don't worry, you'll likely place them later in the encounter. Players will need to keep track of their campaign and take notes and then using the adventure sheet. When ending a play section, we're making cleaning up each player's carded tokens, including any damage, and keeping them in our provided character paths for easy access later. Reading out loud versus spark notes. We recommend using a combination of Foretell app and this book to provide an audiobook experience. Some players won't have access or will choose not to use that. We recommend read the scenes between out loud. If you prefer a shorter, more digestible experience to read out loud, you can find Spark Notes from the entire story on our website. So basically, you can also use our websites to just say the very basics instead. The head in the book has different colored backgrounds. Following codes are denoted. Introduction, story scenes, ending scenes, encounter, side quests. These arrange with text. Must continue. Encounters are actual board game scenes. When the game player is set up to play an encounter, the encounters win and loot case, blah blah blah. Some special encounters may refer to diagrams. These are found in the diagram book and are listed in numeric order. So this is the crawl. This is the diagram book. Okay, I think I know what this is. I think this basically says, like, hey, you want to explore over here? Go to this page and add this. So, that's kind of cool. Encounter rewards. Each win and lose conditions will have, as well, XP gold items. Make sure you read the encounter reward section before you clean up the encounter, as someone may give social instruction that cannot be followed if you're already taken down the board. Now that you're required of how to use this big book, it's time to develop it. We begin with 4 adventures to 1 or more players. Nightingale, Zek, Remy, and Rook. Okay, so 4 adventurers to 1 or more players. So let's go ahead and get there. I already know who they are. So let's go ahead and get there. Remy. Here's Remy. Rook. I believe this one is Nightingale, though she has a sword on her side, huh? And I think this is Zek. Yeah. That's Zek. No, that's not Zek. Where's Zek? There he is. Alright. Oh, crap, I am so sorry. I can't believe I hit that. Ugh. Now, it should have... where did I put my... I want to take it out in case Silas gets it. Alright. Yeah, I'm getting it out. I'll put it back. Alright, I'll be right back. Okay, where are you? No, you're in here. There it is. Oh. Alright. Got my surgical knife. Always fun cutting these up. Alright. Here for now. Alright. So here. Okay. So I believe their character cards are in here. You have espers, conduits. Okay, so we have Zek Zhang, adventurer. Oh, this is so much. Okay. Earth Loa. Marcount, Cave Sickle. Nightingale Arson. So we got Nightingale. Another Esper. Rook Lars. And now we're looking for Remy. Okay. Where are you? Okay. She's not in here? No. She's gotta be in here somewhere. Just opened it. I should have adventure on the top right, so I'm just looking at the top right trying to find the adventurer. And I am not seeing her card. Did I? Oh! She was right underneath the Zek. Alright. So I got her cards. Then sort the tile cards. Sort the tiles, cards, and various game components on the table within all reach of players. Don't worry about equipping your heroes with items of discipline. You'll earn those via the narrative. Finally, head to Before the Mass on page 4 and prepare to enter Middara and have fun. Okay, so. Corpse Collector consumable. So let's kind of figure this out. How I want to set this up. So we'll put these over here. This will kind of be down here. We don't need it out. The adventure sheet could be on here. Down here. The rule book we're going to need access to. I don't want to put it right there. Right here. Let's take this down. Okay. Let's put this in here. Alright. The adventure sheet and the rulebook be there. So let's get a little closer pictures of these things. So, we have Remy. Right here. Bird Girl. We have Zeke Jean. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that wrong. Rook Lars. And Nightingale Arson. Let's go ahead and look at their oh, Lord. Okay, I can't do this. My neck hurts. But, yep. There's Nightingale, Zeke, and Remy. Alright. Sort the tiles, cards. Tiles should be over here. These books. Maybe in here, in case we need them. We have a little world map for this world. I have no idea where to put this thing. I guess we're gonna put it right underneath here. One of the others. This is for saving, so it should go over here. No idea what these are. Fractious battle die. This do not reveal cards deck until it's due, so large hidden card deck. So we're not going to use this. And this is also medium card deck, so we're not going to use those either. Alright, so I guess we'll put these over here. Alright, so what do we have here? Rare weapon, rare armor, rare relic. Okay. So we're not going to open these up until we need them. Mundane weapon, mundane unique weapon. So I think we're going to have to take this out. Rare relic, mundane consumables, take this out. Uncommon weapon. That's so. We're not going to probably use that yet. Small hitting card. Ambulized level 1. Water Lola. I have no idea what these are, so I'm going to put these back. Item upgrade, initiative card. I think we're going to need the initiative cards. This is for item upgrades. Get it out when we need to. Merchound. No idea. Mend. Okay. I think what we just need are these right here. Alright, so what should we do with this? Well, let's just open up these up right now. Oh, I don't think I have to. Yeah, I don't have to. There's a little tab for that. I always appreciate those tabs. Alright. Alright, so mundane, rare, what the hell? These are not rare. Oh, these are all out of order, aren't they? So I have to open up each one? Is that what they want me to do? Ugh. Mundane. Common, unique weapon. So here's some unique weapons. Uncommon weapon. Okay. I'm gonna open up one of these, see if this is the same. If I can get it. Oh, here we go. Here it is. Okay. Uncommon weapon. Uncommon weapon. Common weapon. Mundane weapon. Alright. I'm not sure if anything in there. Tell me help set this up. Let's read the book real quick to see if, like, hey, this is first time opening. This is what you do. Do I separate these? Okay. Story cards. Exalted Esper cards. Abraxas cards. Tiles. Quick reference cards. Which, okay, we do need to get that. Damage tokens. Monster loot. Item cards. Page 27. Okay, so they're not really telling us to change it, so we're not. We're just going to open it up for now. Alright. Yep. Don't do that to me. Darn it. Alright. Static electricity. Uncommon relic, mundane relic, accessory. Alright. I do have a place to store these. So, still have one of these left. Just gotta remember how to set this thing up. So, if I remember right, kind of go this. This goes in like this. Here goes in here. That's this that as well. And then there we go. There we go. Very good. There we go. Okay. Let's just go ahead and throw these in here for now. Next one. There we go. Maybe I should have started with Aliens, Another Glorious Day in the Court. How long have I been doing this? Almost half hour. Ah, crap. That's a real sticky card. Bent it a little bit, but yeah. The biggest problem was just sticking onto that. It's not bad. It's fine, but still. Still, it's kind of weird. That's sticky. Some consumables. When I get to right here, it always has such a problem. There we go. Again, it sticks. Not like that. Rare relic, uncommon relics. Relics green. Alright. Rare armor. Dang it, don't do that to me. Okay, now it's completely off. But looks like it's still get it off. There we go. That was nice and easy. Rare, unique armor, uncommon armor. Alright. Now let's go ahead and look at this initiative card. Lich Worm, Salving Twins Hope. These are upgrade items. Spirit Blade, Enslaved Spirits. So some of these are initiatives, some of them aren't. Anyone for the main characters? It does not look like it. Alright. Here. Which means there's someone here that might be initiative cards. Well, this is the standard actions and whatnot. So this has to be the reference, which we'll need. Man, all this music from games I've played really gets me in the mood. Come on. There we go. Come on. There we go. Just a small slit. Maybe we get the rest of it out. Okay. Action's turn, adventurer's turn. Yeah, okay, this is all. So we'll need this, definitely. Minos, the contractor. Jesus, that guy's buff. This all looks so good artwork. Pirate Wench, Pit Boss, 3 Witches. Mammoth, the Flying Fortress. Alright, I don't think we're going to need these. Now, let's go ahead, look at these. Let's go ahead and put this up here. So it looks like these also have initiative cards for individual ones. The question is, which ones? Alright. Yep, initiative card. Alright. Earth Loa. Tatva. Here we go. So we have Remy. So there are definitely cards in here that we need. So let's go ahead. Nightingale. Tristram Spirit. I thought that was Chantrum Spirit. So it looks like we're going to be using these as the initiative. All this is going to need to be separated and organized. Definitely can't do it here. Ugh. Alright. Look down here. None of that is any initiative cards whatsoever. The trash is all over there. Okay. Tortured Mortal, DM, Soul Butcher, Alfie, Celestial Gigas, Merkhound. We have Rook. We're almost there. And Zeke. Alright, we'll get any more out that we need. Ah, don't like this. Looks like it should have had a more permanent thing right here. Let's use one of these. Alright. Alright. Let's go ahead, throw this out. We're probably going to be doing the fortune teller app right now, so. Alright. Here we go. Okay. So I might start one here, but we're gonna not exactly end it here either. So let's go ahead and pause this music, or stop the music. Alright. Phone's right here. Before the mast. Alright. Let's go ahead and move this a little bit. Right here. Go. Foreteller. I think this is chapter 1. Okay, 6 minutes before the mass.
Chapter 1. Before the mast, Nightingale crept almost silently through the crowd, eyes fixed on her target. There were at least 100 of her fellow students here, thronging about and chatting excitedly in their teams of 4. Her victim wasn't watching anything but the cigarette in his fingers. He didn't stand a chance. Air rushed around Nightingale as she jumped, latching onto Zeke's back with both arms like a monkey around a tree. "Zeke!" Her voice came out somewhere between a squeal and a screech, loud enough that a few nearby students turned to stare. Her friend grunted and spluttered, the cigarette tumbling away from his mouth. "You trying to kill me?" Nightingale dropped to the ground behind him. "You don't need my help for that." She extinguished the still smoldering cigarette with a well-placed step. "You've been here as long as I have. 2 years away from Earth and you're still poisoning yourself." Zeke only grinned in response. "It also makes you smell terrible," someone said from behind them. They both turned, and Nightingale's eyes widened as she saw her sister Shayla standing there. Nightingale was usually thrilled to see her, but today was different. Today, Shayla was one of the proctors on the most important test of their new lives, the Magical Aptitude and Skill Test, or the MAST for short. "Makes me smell terrible?" Zeke scoffed. "See, here I was expecting something like, 'It's so good to see you, Zeke,' or maybe, 'How'd you do on your written exams?' You know, friend stuff." "No favoritism today," Shayla said. She sounded stern, but she was grinning at them as she flipped through a few pages on a worn clipboard. "Oh, but look at that. Lucky you. Looks like you two ended up together." "What a surprise." Nightingale smiled and shared a look with Zeke. "Consider that the only luck you get today," Shayla commented quietly. Nightingale looked around, wondering who their other partners would be. Of course, she and Zeke would be in a group together. She knew why Shayla didn't want to broadcast it, though, although students would be quick to pick up on any nepotism. While Nightingale knew each one of the students around them, the really short girl with multicolored eyes, the kid with the strange goat-like hoofs instead of feet, none of them were actually friends. "Each team has 4 people," Zeke said. "Who are the other 2? "Rook Lars and Remy Moretti." Shayla frowned at the clipboard for a moment, then shrugged and tucked it away under one arm. "You need me to point them out?" "Nah, we're good." Zeke rested one hand briefly on Nightingale's shoulder, pointing towards the single largest student in the room. "I see Rook there. If you're not already, get acquainted. I've only got another few teams to assign before I explain everything." Shayla walked away, vanishing effortlessly into the crowd. "Guess it makes sense. Rook's gotta be the smartest student here, and the best fighter in our class," Zeke said. They started walking towards him, Nightingale leaving it to Zeke to clear a path for them. She lowered her voice so that the other students nearby couldn't hear her. "Sure, Rook makes sense. Remy, though? Isn't her dad some kind of mafioso? Who thought it was a good idea to pair someone like that with royalty? Couldn't make it look like favoritism, I bet, so they pick us a boat anchor to balance out our shared awesomeness." Zeke shrugged. "Every team has 4. So long as she doesn't slow us down, we'll be fine." It looked like the other half of their team was already assembled. Rook was easily double the size of Nightingale, with hands like hammers and a beard like a lion. "Hey, Zeke," Rook called. They met with a bone-cracking embrace. Remy stood just behind him, arms folded awkwardly in front of her. She looked up, smiling politely and extending a hand. "Hey, I guess we're together for the test, Princess Nightingale Arson, ma'am." Remy peered at Nightingale through impressive multicolored dreadlocks. Her massive owl-like wings folded behind her, making Remy's small frame look a little bigger. "Just Nightingale," she corrected Remy, taking the offered hand. "The title gets old quick. You're Remy, right?" "Yeah." Remy looked past her, up to the gigantic Rook, who was still talking with Zeke. "I know I'm probably not the sort of teammate you were hoping for." Nightingale blushed, unable to meet her eyes. Had Remy somehow overheard her talking to Zeke on the way over? She didn't get a chance to respond, because at that moment her sister stepped up onto a raised platform at the edge of the hall and started shouting, "All right, listen up, everyone." They did. Shayla smiled. "Welcome to the Magical Aptitude and Skill Test. If any of you have doubts about your ability to complete the MAST, the door's right there." She gestured behind them all, towards the towering double doors that led into the castle's main hall. A few stern teachers stood there, their armor polished and their weapons sharp. You will be required to go through the Acerbis, the Academy's training dungeon. The Acerbis is the real deal. Don't think the force fields of the Bellicose cubes make up for stupid mistakes, because they don't. These monsters will kill you if you're not careful. There were a few seconds of silence. Nobody left, and Shayla's expression grew more intense. All right. We're going to walk through the doors behind the armory. Each of you is entitled to 1 pack of supplies. Choose wisely. If you get halfway through the test before you realize you didn't bring something important, too bad. She paused, waiting for her statement to sink in. If you have any last questions, ask either me or another proctor before you get into the dungeon. Once the test starts, you'll only get my help if things go very wrong. She raised her voice, glancing once around the room. For the sake of your grades, you do not want our help. There were no questions. Shayla's turned, hopping off the edge of the platform. Please follow me to the armory.
Is that it? Kind of like went off. Yep, that was part 1. So, well, obvious thing here, this isn't exactly one-on-one to this. I was like reading, and all of a sudden she wants to talk about something else. Like, wait, what? And then I'm like, okay, so yeah, so sometimes this adds, the 4-tile app add a little bit more. Sometimes this adds a little bit more. So it's kind of hard to keep on it. So, but choose a starting pack to fit on the adventurer. Courier discipline, gore shot. So Nightingale get the courier discipline. So let's find out what they look like. This disciplines look like. So initiative cards, combat cards, discipline cards. Okay, there they are. So they're different colors. So she's the courier. So that looks red. So let's find the red cards. Courier. And that's all level 1 to 3. Yes. Okay. Let's look at all these. Oh, so that was. Oh, come on. Please don't do that to me. I don't want that. No. Courier's red. That doesn't have any red. This doesn't look like it has any either. Nope. This looks like it's another card. Let's put this right here. So let's open this one. This one might have more couriers, but I think we're getting gore shot for Nightingale. But let's just go ahead and get all of them so we can separate these things. Not that it told me to do so or not. Alright. Assemblage, courier. Courier. Alright. Getting these cards in and out are going to be a pain in my ass. And that's so it looks like we have them all out. So, one of these has to be gore shot. So soul pack, root the mind, imbued fear, crumbling time, in secrets, to false, bring the shadows. Rectator to false, aggressive, to put to soul steel, gore shot. Here we go. And that's a level 1. So we get that nice and down. So what does it do? Courier level 1. Exhaust. Cast a spell 6. Deal 2 magic damage. You may deal yourself 2 irreducible damage to deal additional magic damage equal to 2 times to your highest level courier discipline. Alright. Bit of a magic warrior. So, let's keep these all together for now. So. So we have sinful privilege, and we'll put this over here. Okay. I also have assemblage, but no one has that. So, Sanctus. Who has Sanctus? Rook. Anyone have Marshall? Zeke. And combatant loot. Okay. Card initiative Sanctus, which is Rook. Marshall. Sanctus. Marshall. Sanctus. Marshall. And the rest of these don't have one. Alright. Okay. Subterfuge? No. Remy also has the martial discipline, so we don't need that out. So we have Sanctus. Subterfuge, Sanctus. Assemblage, Subterfuge, Sanctus. And more Sanctus. Okay, so it looks like that top doesn't have any. Okay, so let's kind of flip this one over. This one has Sanctus, Marshall, Sanctus, Marshall, Sanctus, Marshall, Sanctus, and Marshall. And I think I went through this one already. No, I didn't. Has a lot more Sanctus into it. Okay. Alright. So I got all the ones we're using. So Zeke and Remy both have the same discipline. It's interesting to know. And I'm trying to keep these all in one, but I don't think it's possible. Alright, so Rook has Mend. Oh wow, he actually has healing. Alright, so let's find Mend. We'll use Manifest. Here we go, Mend. So Rook, you have Mend. Per encounter, gain 2 heal tokens. Passive. When these tokens are spent to heal an ally other than yourself, gain +1 SP. So it's better to heal others for whatever reason, whatever SP is. Alright, there's a lot of Marshall. And honestly, Remy is adorable with her wings and whatnot, so I'm like, I'd rather play as Remy. Alright, so Zeke has Blade Works and Remy has Hammer Helm. Blade Works and Hammer Helm. Well, here's Hammer Helm. Your attacks gain +1 physical damage. Ooh. Exhaust. When making a sword attack, you may have, if you have a two-handed weapon equipped, you may reroll any dice in your combat dice pool. Alright. And we're looking for Blade Works. There we go. Exhaust. If you have two one-handed sword weapons, equip, make a sword attack. The sword may be just like it's a weapon, so this is basically if you use two weapons. Well, it looks like exactly what he is using. So yeah. All right. So let's put these over here. Here. Alright. Now for the weapons. They have two. Each one has a weapon, core, armor, consumable. And that's Gonna be a pain finding that in here. Alright, so. Oh, there's another Sanctus card. Didn't come out. Corpse Collector Consumable. Yeah, okay, I think. Animate Rare Consumable. Animate Consumable. Let's kind of put these all together. Let's put some music on. I don't want to. We're definitely not going to play, but we could. Let's do a forest. Alright, so we have rare consumable, uncommon. That looks like Link. Spike and span. Uncommon. Common. Mundane. Alright, so let's put these over here. So this is all weapons. Mundane, unique. Let's take that out. Rare relic. Just gonna move this over here. Unique. Let's put the uniques out of the way. Rare weapon. Rare. Okay. So these are somewhat, that's good. Okay, uncommon. These are all uncommon. Okay, let's make one for the armor. Rare armor. And then it's uncommon armor. Common armor, then it's common armor. Some of these are double-sided, huh? Common. Mundane armor. I'm pretty sure they're all mundane. Cave sickle relic. I think these grotesque. Waterlow relic. Blighted. Gatekeeper. Huh. Okay. Rare relic. Okay, so these are all unique items right here. Somewhat. It's mundane relic. Unique relic, okay. Rare. Okay, so it's all rare relics. Uncommon relics. We have uncommon relics, and we have common, a lot of common relics. Okay, that's where it turns. And these must be all mundane relics, yep. Alright, so we're at weapons. Mundane. These are all mundane weapons. This is uncommon unique weapon. Unique. Let's put these all right here. Rare weapons. We have more rare weapons. Both of them are both sided. Rare weapon. Alright. Uncommon weapons. Common. Up to there. And both of these should be mundane weapons. Alright, so uncommons. Uncommons goes right here. We have commons. Okay, that's a lot of common weapons. Alright, there. And they should be all mundane weapons. There. Alright. This is a mundane consumable. Goes right there. Rare relic. Uncommon relic. Common relic. These are all double-sided. I wonder if that means any... Wait. These are both common weapons and common relics. Oh my god. Don't make things harder than they already are. Please. Please. I'm trying to separate these as best I can. Don't tell me some of these are different. Dweller's long sword. Nope, that's all. So these are kind of like weird double-sided versions. I guess we'll put it right here. Tormental shackle. Accessory. This is unique. So rare, unique, 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 unique. And all it looks like they're just accessories. There's no different types. Alright, so there's no rares and you just regular okay. Soul Butcher Weapon, Soul Cleaver. These are special weapons, it looks like. Rare, unique, 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 unique. It's not unique, so we'll put this right here. Mundane consumable, mundane consumable. Rare, unique core, unique core. Rare cores, rare cores. Okay, so we also have rare cores. So let's put the accessories right here. Uncommon cores. Common cores. Mundane cores. And Living Oblivion armor. Monster loots. I think that'd be unique too. But let's put it out to the side. Unique, unique, unique. Rare, rare, rare. Let's change it to like something interesting. Let's go to Castle / Holy. Oh, and a unique. Alright, so mundane items. Let's look at the consumables. So, Nightingale has Vitality Juice Box. Vitality Juice Box. Zeke also has Vitality Juice Box. So does Remy, but not Rook. So everyone but Rook Lars. So, Zeke has 2 throwing knives. Also, Remy has 2 throwing knives. So, MF Fortitude. Look for MF Fortitude. Wait. Hyper Energy HP Potion for Rook. And Magic Bomb. Yeah, Magic Bomb. Let's see. She has MF Fortitude. MF Fortitude. Alright. Got done all the consumables. Now let's look for the armor. There's only a couple armors, so we should be good. Nightingale has Occult t-shirt. Like here's an Occult shirt. Okay. So we have an occult shirt that looks like for women, but looks like lingerie, and there's a regular t-shirt. So I'm guessing they're giving her the occult t-shirt. Alright, Zick, you have badass leather jacket. Badass leather jacket, just what we need. Remy, you have a cult t-shirt. There's only one cult shirt, but it's not called t-shirt. But so you're getting the lingerie, Remy. And Rook, you've got a cuirass. Alright. That's all medium armor. Now we're looking for cores. Cores are up here. The sunglasses are probably for Rook. Deflection core. Yep, the sunglasses are Rook's for his deflection core. Okay, so Rook had deflection core. Alright, Nightingale, you had defensive core. Zeke, you had utility core. Remy, ability core. Okay. Now we're looking for weapons. Mundane weapons. Nightingale has a long sword and a magic talisman. Here's a short sword. Long sword. A magic talisman. And this is for Nightingale. And I think everything she has Yep. You got consumables, armor, core, and 2 weapons. Zeke, you have 2 short swords. Remy, you have a war axe. Just like on her artwork, kind of like that. If that means she would also have like a magic talisman on her. Yeah, she does. So she has a sword and a magic talisman on her. That's kind of cool how to do that. Rook, you must have 2 warhammers. Yep. I appreciate that. Alright. After equipping, try to continue reading. Well, let's kind of put this back as best we can. I doubt we're not going to use the mundane, so we're just going to use... We're going to be using these 2, so let's kind of put these away in an odd. I want to have these out. There's got to be a better way. Okay. That's something I could use, actually, now I think about it. Alright. Oh, I bought this so long ago. These are legendary card dividers, which I used for my legendary aliens when I got the rest of the expansions. I needed to get these dividers because I didn't get enough in there. So, let's see if we can even put these in. Yeah, we can. They'll go a little high, so it's going to bend them a bit, but that's fine. So, let's kind of use what we have. Oh, God. So, there we go. Figure out how exactly we're gonna do these, because right now I'm just trying to get this all somewhat organized. And this is rare weapon, doesn't change anything else? No. Alright. I want to have more of the unique stuff on their own before I can figure out how, so I can try to figure out how to, where exactly I should organize this. This is crazy. Drop that, damn it. Oh, please stop. Oh, wrong one. Alright, rare cores. Maybe in the other acts, instead of getting rare mundane items, you're actually getting like legendary items. More tiers up. That would make more sense. Okay. Now, I don't want to add all these together because, well, I want to add this together on its own because it's kind of weird. The rest I'll put all these all together. They're all kind of unique versions, but they don't have the unique name. Then I'll put all the uniques in one spot. That's fine. Now, I just need to find a good way. Put this over here. To keep this up. What I usually do is like I put stuff like this in here to help keep it all up. Problem with this is a little bit higher, so it's going to bend the dividers, but that's fine. Alright, so here's that. Okay, let's go ahead and pause the music, or stop the music. Let's continue on reading what's going on so they all have their items. I'm moving the mic. Yes. There. Before the mast. Alright.
The armory was well stocked, and none of them would go into the dungeon wanting. After selecting their gear, they made their way to an old freight lift that was operated with pulleys and ropes. There was only enough room on the lift for the four of them, and no pesky safety features like rails. A burly proctor Nightingale recognized as an archery instructor stood just behind the lift. "Someone keep a hand on the rope at all times," he warned. "If you let go, the fall will kill you." "Got it," Rook answered. He was the first to climb aboard, taking hold of the control rope with one gigantic fist. The rest of them followed him aboard, and they started down. "This is gonna be awesome!" Nightingale looked down at the firefly lights of the glowstones illuminating the carved stone patterns of the dungeon below. "Even if it's a trial dungeon, it's about time we get out of the classroom." Zeke nodded. "I just can't wait to graduate. We're so close to becoming real citizens. No more lectures, no more exams." Remy shuffled near the edge of the lift, her wings twitching a little in the slight breeze. "Yeah," she said, her voice barely a squeak in the dark. Shayless was waiting at the bottom of the lift, in a cavernous room cut from rough stone. Several passages opened away in all directions. Down some of the tunnels, lights were trailing away, and voices were echoing as groups set out on their separate paths. "You ready, little sis?" Shayless gestured down a dark hallway. "That one's yours." "I'm ready." Nightingale drew her weapon and raised it enthusiastically. "Nothing down there stands a chance." "I'm sure it doesn't." Shayless smiled and reached out, wrapping one arm around Nightingale in a quick hug. Shayless turned, meeting each of their eyes slowly. "Take care of each other. Your team shares one grade, so your citizenship depends on it." With a nod, she tugged on the rope, and at once the rickety elevator started to rise. "Good luck." Zeke waved at her as she disappeared. He turned and headed towards the indicated pathway. His expression wilted as he got his first look at what waited for them. Damp stone, thick cobwebs, and the smell of decay. "Let's get this over with." They left the first room behind, the sound of squeaking metal pulleys fading into the distance. The stone was thick here, too thick to hear what any of the other groups might be doing. Soon enough, they were left with nothing but their own footsteps and the light of their glowstones. They didn't have far to go before they reached the first of the bellicose cubes. It was a small relic, only about a foot across, and set into the stone wall of the cavern. Intricate carvings of Kruer magic pulsed with red lights as they neared the basin at the front. I always hate using these things, though I guess they've kept me safe in a couple of sparring matches. Remy frowned down at the cube as she approached it. It's better than getting killed, Rook stated. I bet the proctors put them here so that they have time to intervene if we're defeated by monsters, or if we suffer an otherwise fatal fall. Just make sure to attune yourself with it. Without putting in your blood, it won't protect you. Attuned or not, fighting will still hurt, Zeke added. I broke an arm while learning to use a sword. Guy cheap-shotted me. Rook nodded in agreement. Zeke's right. I've broken other students' arms while learning to use a sword. He smiled at Zeke and then got serious. Seriously, though, the cube will let us survive very serious wounds, but it doesn't make us invulnerable. Don't be an idiot. Nightingale winced as she cut her hand along the blade of her weapon, just deep enough that a few drops of blood welled up in her palm. A few drops fell from her pale fingers into the bowl. One by one they struck and boiled away, and the glow of the cube grew much brighter. For just a moment, she felt as though all the blood in her body was being tugged towards the cube. The strange sensation passed, and she got out of the way. They all took their turns before they could finally advance into the encroaching gloom.
Okay, so I was kind of hoping a little bit more to the backstory of this world of Middara, but it kind of didn't. I don't really know too much about the world. I know that here's the real world, and sometimes people from Middara come over to the real world in order to reproduce because they can't apparently reproduce in Middara or something. And after a while, the people in the real world basically get transferred back to Middara, where they actually gain unique abilities, unique appendages. Remy has bird hands, She has bird wings. Nightingale has horns and whatnot with a really long hair. Zeke is probably the closest human you get. And we have Rook, who just became Buff Man. So, and basically in the world of Middara, it's very dangerous to go out, so they go all through this university in order to become citizens, which is, I guess, what they're trying to do. That's all I'm getting from my memory, because I don't really remember too much. So, we're continuing on the mask. The damp, cold air of the cave chills you to the bone. Your eyes adjust to the dark as you see the faint outline of a large rock boulder blocking the path ahead. It looks like a strong path could send the boulder carving it into a pit on either side. In any case, it looks like it's the only way forward. So, tile setup. So, we're going to need the tiles. And this looks like it's all... Yeah, so it looks like it's actually all numbered. Hopefully it's all numbered, because it looks like it's one. So we need... Oh, I need my... Let me get this. Ugh. So... So if this is numbered, we shouldn't have to open this one. Or that one, I should say. So, this one is 36. This one is 1. So we're going to use this one. 9 and 11. Here's 9 and here is 11. And I like the look of these boards. They're pretty nice. So let's put these back. We're a terrain, one obscuring terrain. So let's kind of create the this for right now. I guess we can't really pull this back. It has to do this. All right, you guys go over here for now. So we have this one, UM1, which goes right here. UM9 goes like right here. And we have UM11, which goes right here. All right. Okay. So it looks like there's supposed to be one obscuring terrain right here. Now, I've organized this months ago. No idea where it is or even what it even looks like. So, I think this is all like HP and whatnot, so I don't think it's in this one. So it must be in one of these. Okay, so that looks like not it. That's not it. Must be in here then. I think. Well, these look like paths. Not necessarily what we're looking for. It's gotta be around here somewhere. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So that's brown. That's not what we're looking. Looks like the. Let's look for the. In here. What's the obscuring terrain look like? Terrain and tiles, page 21. It should be all red. Yeah, so we need an all round red. So it's just like that. Okay. Terrain tokens. One obscuring. So it's not a token. These look like the token ones. Alright. So it's gotta be around here somewhere. Okie dokie. Energy token. Tentacle token. It could be in here actually. No, it's poison. These are all monsters, or should be. Where the heck is it? Tether. No. Okay, if it's any here? No. No. I don't know what those are for. No. Okay, used. Alright, so we're a bit in a bind right now. It wants me to have an obscurant token, but I don't have an obscurant token. Venture ends their winning condition, ends their turn on the blue exit, which is right here. These are either muck or speed, I think. It's gotta be around here somewhere. This one looks like it would go right here. Font of renewal. That looks like a stump. Alright, I'm already kind of angry. Ugh. So it looks like I have to put rocks right here. I don't have no rocks. Terrain token. Come in 1 to 1 inch and 1 to 2 inch sizes. Effect tokens, ability tokens, tiles. So it looks like it's these, but I don't have the red ones, and it doesn't look like it has any red on here too. Well, no, there's the red one, but those are 1 by 2, which means it's got to be around here somewhere. Page 21. Discipline trees. Well, that's way too far. Obscuring blocks all line of sight. I consider a space. Can't go through. Yeah, but I don't see. Okay, I just want to double check this. All right. So, we're supposed to have exit tokens as well. But right now, let's look again for that one token. Is it possible underneath the dice? No. Can't put the dice back in. Ugh. Can't put it back in. Dang it. Looks. Alright, so if we don't find it, we'll use something temporarily, but like I said, we're not starting this game anyway. Let's look underneath it. Nope, I don't see it underneath it, so it's not in here. Alright, time to get up. Ugh. Ugh. Let's get up. It's good for me. Oh, wait. We added some more in here, didn't we? We did! Like a dumbass. I didn't look at this. Alright, so I have to do something else. Alright, so these are probably going to be out here. What am I going to use? I usually have something cut to help this, but okay. Alright, so blah 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 blah. No, okay. Blah, blah, blah. I usually have foam, but I don't have any foam on me right now. Well, I can use these actually. These are empty things I haven't used yet. Okay. Use a smaller one. There. They'll stand up now. Okay. So, I should not have put those in. Alright, so means one obscuring, one goes right here. Totems, blue and red. What does totems look like? Combat tokens, effect tokens, special totems. Totems. Terrain effects. Totems. 60. 60. Alright. Stop moving. That's not totems. No, totems. Page 60. That's just AI. Damn it. He did this wrong. Alright, so I guess we'll also have to go through this until we find something about totems. Totem tokens. What is it supposed to look like anyway over here? Well, okay, I see that, so one of my things have to have totems on it. Yeah, I have totems in here. So we have a blue totem. These are double-sided too. Two blue one goes right here, and a red one That goes right here. Don't know what they do. Loot 1 blue. Here's loot, but it's not. Oh, blue loot. It goes right here. Exit blue. And the exits are also in this one. Alright. There. There's the blue exit. Okay, and it goes right here. Alright. So. It looks like there's special rules too, and I really hope not, because it's like the first one should be very basic. We win when when an adventurer ends their turn on the blue exit. So we just need one adventurer on there. Continue to the wrong way. Okay. Lose conditions. All adventurers are defeated. Continue to off to a rough start. So. Special encounter rules. An adventure adjacent to the obscuring terrain, which is this one, until may make an encounter action to make a strength 10 skill check. If they pass, they may move the obscuring terrain into an adjacent unoccupied space, so we can move it around. I guess forward, can we like move it back? If the space tokens move into a dangerous terrain, discard it. Oh, so we just like whoosh. I guess. Oh, so he would be here. Well, we could probably move it here, move it back, but we're just going to move it down here. I think that's obscuring terrain that will fall that we can't fall into, but we'll look forward about that later. Grading. During this encounter of the mask, you will be graded on how many rounds it took you to finish the encounter, how many opponents you defeated. Use time tokens to keep track how many rounds has passed. At the end of the encounter, consult the part to determine your score. Keep track of the score using the notes section in the adventure sheet. Your score for each encounter can never fall below 0. So we get 12 points if we beat it in 5 rounds or less. For each cave sickle defeated, 2 points. For each investigator defeated, -5. So let's go ahead to get the time, since there is a time tracker right here, which are these. Those time? I thought they were hourglasses. I think not. What is the time? Time tokens. Well, it's not showing me what the time tokens look in there. I have this, which is like 3. Okay, so it looks like we have. It's possible to go 3, 6, 9. Only up to 9 if we use those. Those the time tokens? I don't know what the urgency token, tracer tokens, tractor. Okay, so they are. Huh. So we'll be using these, but there's only 3 of them. So I can't even get up to 11. Well, if it gets up to 10, it's just 2 points. If it goes up beyond that, it's like, yeah, we're screwed. Alright. Put this over here, I guess. Alright. So if we go to the totems, it looks like we can activate the totems too. So let's see how we do that. So let's go ahead and do setup. So I kind of already set up everything on that board. Counter breakdown, playing encounters, reading encounters. Oops. Moving components during the game, playing encounters. I thought it was set up. Read an encounter. Per each veteran moves their use token from their per encounter's abilities. Each investigator removes their use tokens. So what are Middara use tokens? I've not seen those yet. I don't know what they are. Yeah, I didn't think they would show it. So let's just look for tokens. 5 and 6. Competitive. Okay, that's for story cards, initiative cards, Braxis cards. Familiar cards, combatant. Specific adventures. Damage tokens. Stamina points, SP. Receive stamina points. These tokens are spent to take action and use abilities. Okay, so if he uses his mend, it looks like he gains a stamina point to do more abilities, huh? Counter. Tracker tokens. Abilities that use figures that have been marked. Okay, so I think it's these right here. Use tokens. 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, so, and I just lost my sentiment. Each investigator removes their use token from their per encounter abilities. Mend has a per encounter ability. Everyone else has exhaust. Okay. So I guess this goes for Rook. Because he has a per. Though these cards might also have something. Exhaust, passive. Discard, discard, discard. Okay. Passive. Combo light, combo sword, combo longsword. Okay. Exhaust, passive, discard, discard. So, I think the only person who has Rook. We'll do have more if we have it. All defeated adventurers are adventurers with... I think that's basically like when you start a new round. All defeated adventurers or adventurers with more damage token than half of their max APs have taken damage equal to half. Stamina point value, usually 3. So, what's their stamina point value? I think it looks like that's what that is. So, let's look. A. Stamina recovery bar. How many stamina points Vera gains each turn? Yeah, so it looks like it's 3. So let me get this. They each have 3. 3. 3. And 3. Alright. Adventurers do not get SP during the refresh phase of their first turn. Okay, so basically, I guess the first swing they gain things, but yeah. Alright. Ability tokens are not removed during this phase. Okay, I wasn't sure if we even have any ability tokens at this point. Set up the tiles corner, which I already did. I did that. Did that. Choose a place where any spark might the start zone. So, let's have Zeke right here, Nightingale right here, Remy, and Rook. There we go. Distribution phase. Distribute the combatant cards for combatants listed in the encounter setup. Distribute the combatant cards for the combatants listed in the encounter setup. Who's the combatants? I don't see any combatants. What about right here? Players take an initiative card for each player and combatant in the encounter. Oh, so that combatant is on the enemies. There's no enemies in here right now. And shuffle them. Alright, so, because there's no enemies, this is the initiative phase. Alright, so we're basically ready to start, but let's go ahead and get more things out, because we're going to need the dice. I don't know which dice, but we're going to need the dice. So, let's just grab all the dice. I'm not sure if we're going to need these, so let's put this back in here. Stop that. Alright, so there's that. We have our standard phase, adventurer's turn. So, before we really start, well, we're not going to start. I think this is it for now. So, and the next time we play, I'm going to read up a little bit more how turns work and whatnot. So I'll give you a better idea since I've got all the setup. I'm not going to use this to look at. Nope. Alright. But, yeah. This has been, the setup's almost been 2 hours. Just trying to figure it all out. But, we're ready to start. So we'll start next time when we play. So, see you next time. Thank you very much for watching. Bye.